Here at the LA Fit Expo, magicandmuscle.com, bringing the MSM's coverage. We're here with the Cali Muscle. Wait, one thing I got to ask you. Yesterday you had the King Tut thing on.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to it?
Oh, you know, that was when you get a message and a spiritual inclination to do something, you got to do it. So that was for yesterday. Today is another mode. You know what I mean? You got to go with the flow of the universe.
What's the mode today?
Oh, the mode is straight, uncut, game, wisdom, information, and motivation and inspiration to the people.
How's the Fit Expo been treating you? You had a huge crowd here yesterday. It's early, and you got a huge crowd again today.
Yeah, it's always the same for me because I'm here motivating and being a pastor and inspiring people. So it's always, since my first expo 4 or 5 years ago, it's been 8-9 hours standing up, ministering to these guys.
People really into you. You're one of the most recognizable bodybuilders, of course, from your television appearances, your YouTube channel within the industry. Everybody knows Cali Muscle. How did this whole thing begin for you?
It started off on YouTube 10 years ago. In April, it'll be 10 years I've been on YouTube. And for me, it started off doing a pull-up video on YouTube, and people came on hating on the video. So I did it because it was just 45 pull-ups, and they said I didn't come over the bar. So I did a muscle-up video that went viral. And so from there, I was messing around on YouTube. I would post every so often, and I moved to LA in 2010 and did another muscle-up video. It went viral at Venice Beach. Then I got into acting. Started getting on TV, YouTube, all that, and did a lot of commercials, Geico, Old Navy, all the companies. And from there, I did the documentary on YouTube, Monster, the Cali Muscle Story, and that just catapulted my career to another level. You know, and for me at the time, it was just for fun, me working out, talking crap, motivating people. And I did my first fitness expo 4 years ago, I believe, and I learned that this was beyond fitness for me. People was looking at me as a motivator, a pastor, a minister, you know what I mean, to motivate and inspire them to be better people. So it's deep, man. It's something else.
You wear many hats, and yesterday you had the Egyptian hat on, but you still look cool. This is Cali Muscle at the LA Fit Expo. Follow him on YouTube.
Yeah, get your money in muscle, get the hate out your blood, and help your family as best way possible that you can. Love y'all.
Muscle Sport Media's coverage being brought to you by magicandmuscle.com. Day 2 at the LA Fit Expo 5% nutrition booth with Paulo the Freak Almeida. What's up, Paulo?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Biggest question is, how are you doing with that bicep?
I'm doing pretty good. It's been about 3 months post-surgery now. Things are healing up pretty good. Just going to start getting back into training pretty lightly here, pretty quick here.
I was there, actually. I got a picture of when the actual tear happened, and my videographer got a video of it. So it was pretty apparent right away that something went wrong. What did you feel right away when that happened?
I felt like a little quick snap in my arm. I definitely knew something happened there. But honestly, no pain or nothing like that. Ever since, even post-surgery, I've had no pain at all. But, you know, when it happened, I definitely felt something, and I knew something happened.
Super League was pretty cool. Obviously, you were one of the competitors. A lot of the people, Nina over here, 5%, one of the competitors. What did you think about Super, barring the industry, put that aside, the whole thing itself? What did you think about it?
I think it's a pretty cool concept. Obviously, they need to fine-tune things since it's a new concept. But I definitely think it's a great idea. And once they fine-tune it, I think it's going to be a great competition.
And now they got the one up in Montreal. You're from Canada yourself. Yep. Now you're from Vancouver, though, right? You're from the left side of Canada, west coast of it?
West coast, yeah.
Okay, so they have it in Montreal. Maybe are you going to think about maybe competing up there next time they have it there?
No, I think I'm done with the Super League aspect of things for now. Not because of the injury, but it's just not what I do. I'm a bodybuilder, so it's a little bit different type of sport. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, I'm not going to be entering anymore.
And when do you think you're going to return to the IFBB stage?
We'll see, probably later on in the year. I haven't picked out a show yet. We'll see how the training goes, and once I get back into full force, we'll see how things go. But most likely, if anything, it'll be later on in the year.
Glad to hear you doing well. Paulo the Freak Almeida, IFBB Pro, 5% nutrition. We're here at the LA Fit Expo, where our coverage is being brought to you by magicandmuscle.com. inspirational.com. We are here at, give me the boots name.
Nutrition Vixen.
Nutrition Vixen, and I am with
I am Nutrition Vixen. Yes, I am the Nutrition Vixen.
the actual Nutrition Vixen.
Nutrition Vixen.
And
yes.
and what are your names?
Gabriela.
Taylor.
Taylor. Look at that. I love the hats because I'm a Donald Trump fanatic.
All right.
I don't know if you are or not, but I am. So they're either going to love me or kick me in the balls for being that way. Tell us a little bit about the product.
So Nutrition Vixen is all about teaching people how to eat healthy, tempting them to indulge in food the healthy way. So a lot of people just focus on calories in versus calories out. The approach I take is focusing on the lifestyle factors that impact your overall health. So this is a depiction of a healthy and an unhealthy body. So a lot of us are walking around here looking fit as can be, but what's going on inside may not be necessarily the case.
I'm rarely at a loss for words, Rob, but this speaks for itself. Holy fucking shit. Nutrition Vixen at the LA Fit Expo. If you're going
Come
to,
by and see us, booth 137.
definitely it tastes good.
Hi, I'm the Crazy Hawk, Blackstone Athlete's first ever Spartan race athlete.
I'm Thea Renee.
And you are watching Muscle Sport Magazine TV.
I feel adrift, floating, like someone's pulled the stopper on my reality, and I'm sucked down the drain into something new. It's all very exciting, really.
Like to welcome our newest sponsor here at Muscle Sport TV, and that is magicandmuscle.com, MAGICK and muscle.com. This is your one-stop shop for all your gym apparel and supplements. They have caps, as you can see right here. They have tank tops also. He's having t-shirts being made up, our buddy Robert Martin from over there, and they're going to be sent here, and we'll show you them as soon as we get them. They're going to be hot off the press, but they got some great supplements here. This is a pre-workout, The Awakening, and here we have a recovery elixir, BCAAs. I'm going to enjoy. I got 2 of those. And now here we have thermogenic burn. That's your fat burner right there. And this is one that I'm going to enjoy more. Testosterone conjure, boosts libido and performance. See what happens when you get old? You fucking need shit like this, and you need advertisers like this. All kidding aside, magicandmuscle.com, one-stop shop. You get your caps, you get your shirts, and you get your
Fit
Expo at the Redcon One booth with the man himself, Aaron Sigerman. What's going on, Aaron?
Oh, not much, man. It's been a big success here so far. We're only here, an hour or two so far, and people are lining up, buying stuff, excited, telling me they love all the stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good.
I interviewed Louis Marco the other day, and he was talking a lot about you, that he's bringing a lot of the product out to the Mideast and stuff like that. How's that going, getting global?
Great. Our big goal for 2018 is to get the products all over the world, and a big part of that is the Middle East. Middle East has a tremendous interest in fitness and bodybuilding, and now, in the last few years, supplementation has become really big, and when you go there, they're not talking about the stuff that we hear on the internet. Here you hear all the drug stuff. I want to know what's the next drug. There they want to know what's the next protein, what's the next amino acid, how can a pre-workout help them, and it's exciting for them there. So to have Louis Marco, who can speak the language, and that the kids there really respect, is a huge benefit, because as you know, if you're dealing with somebody who can't speak your language, even if there's a mutual respect, it's tough to get business done. But he has done a phenomenal job.
Yeah, Louis got a great reach, and I've had people tell me, supplement company owners, that overseas it's easier to get drugs than it is to get supplements. So to get somebody overseas there to bring out your supplements, I think is obviously going to be a win-win situation for you guys. You really came out of nowhere with Redcon. Obviously you were involved with Blackstone with PJ, and then you went on your own with this. How long has it been? About 2 years now only, right?
16 months since we started. And when I left Blackstone, I had about one day, because me and PJ had a big fight, and that's how it broke up. But I had about a day of feeling bad for myself and wondering what I'm going to do. And then the next day, I got together some of these guys here, and Eduardo and Eric Hart was behind me, and we started Redcon the second day. And then, a week later we had formulas. A week after that we had labels, and we were going, quickly after.
You guys really put yourself on the map in a big and quick way, which is a testament to your business acumen and the athletes that you brought in. So make sure you check out Aaron Singerman at redcon1.com. We're here at the 5% Nutrition Booth, LA Fit Expo, magicandmuscle.com, bringing our coverage right here with Damos, 5%er. What's going on, bro?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Very good. FTW Wrestling School. Tell us a little bit about it. You guys are giving opportunities for people that will not have that opportunity otherwise. Tell us a little about what that all it is, the school.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very hard to break into the business of professional wrestling, and just like any other job you get, it's all about where you get your education leading into that job. And myself and my partner Earl Cooter, aka Brian Idol, started up a company down in Tampa, Florida, to give people down there an opportunity to break into the business of professional wrestling and pursue their dreams. That maybe gives them opportunities that we didn't have when we were coming up, and giving them the knowledge and the experience that we didn't have, so they don't make the same mistakes we did. Helping basically guide them through the process of making it in this business.
And how long have you been wrestling yourself professionally?
Like 12 years. 12 years, and like I said, my partner's in wrestling about 15 or 16 years. So.
And what are some of the indie leagues and stuff like that? What are some of the leagues you fought with?
I've wrestled in the independents all over the world. I've wrestled in Japan for 0-1. I've wrestled all up and down the East Coast. I've done little spits here and there as an extra with WWE and NXT and TNA and Ring of Honor as well. Yes.
So you made the rounds all around all of them. And how long you've been involved with 5% Nutrition?
5% brought me in about 4 months ago. It was an awesome opportunity for me, and I was so excited to be a part of it, and I've been loving it ever since.
And what's the website for FTW that people can check it out?
It's ftwwrestling.com.
ftwwrestling.com, here with Damos, 5% Nutrition. I got a special fucking friend right here, Ivan from Instagram. What's the Instagram handle?
It's iDraco, so it's I_DRAKO_. Yeah.
Now I did not set this up, okay? If you think I set this up, I didn't. I should have, though. It would have been cool. This fucking guy brought an MSM magazine here because he wants me to sign it. Now, it's going to be worthless after I do that, though. You understand that, right? Not that it's worth anything now. But no, he's been a big fan. He had Jerry Ward sign the Jerry Ward issue, and we put that in the magazine, that picture, right?
Yeah.
We put that one in. Were you holding it? So we're going to do this one on film during this episode right here of MSTV of me signing the magazine. I feel kind of ridiculous. Autographs, I don't know. I'm a little old, so I'm going to enjoy this one, Johnny. Let me sign it. Where do you want me to sign it, bro?
Wherever you want, man. Wherever you want.
Can you hold my microphone?
Yeah.
I feel silly.
Yeah, man. I saw that you were coming by. I was like, see if I run into this guy, you know? There it is.
MSM for life.
For life.
Ivan's a good dude. Make sure you follow him on Instagram. He's a good guy. He's a good fan, and he loves hardcore like Jerry Ward and MSM, bro. Thank you so much. Give that Instagram out again.
It's iDraco, so it's I_DRAKO_.
Ivan is the man, bro. I feel good, bro.
Jerry Ward here with Primeval Labs, and we're here at the 2018 LA Fit Expo, and you're watching Muscle Sport Magazine. Bam.
guys, Officer Ashley Smith here, and I wanted to quickly chat with you about alcohol intake and what it does to your body, the toll it takes on your body, and how important hydration is. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I've been noticing with a lot of my clients and a lot of my friends when they ask me for advice and things like that, is people don't understand how important hydration is and how your water intake plays on your body. I tell my clients between 1 gallon and 2 gallons a day, and that's what that does for you is not only does it keep you, regulated with going to the bathroom, it keeps you full in between your meals if that's what you need, but it also flushes out the toxins that are in your body. Any of the junk that we eat, from the oxygen that's in the air, the pollution, anything we drink, it flushes those toxins out. So what I tell people to keep that water intake up, yes, is it annoying that you're going pee, every half hour? Try having a full rig on and your entire uniform on. As a woman, I don't get to just whip something out and pee. I have to take it all off, and every single time, every 30 minutes, I have to go to the bathroom. So yeah, is it annoying? It definitely is, but the whole point of it is to keep you healthy and to keep your system moving as best as you can. And also for, those hot days, I even tell them if they can get, more towards the 2 gallon side, because you have no idea how much you're actually perspirating while you're out there. A few drops of sweat coming off your forehead, but your entire body is actually sweating, whether it actually builds up to a water type substance, sweat, or not, you're still sweating, and it's burning calories, and you're excreting all those fluids. You need to have something to put that back into your body. And so I tell, flavored waters or sparkling waters, seltzer waters. I am a huge advocate of BCAAs and aminos in my water, and I sip them throughout the entire day and the entire night. Even fresh squeezed lemon or fresh squeezed orange or lime, whatever, you think, as long as there's not any of that artificial stuff. Anything that can help you get that water intake, do so. Now we're going to switch to the dark side and talk about alcohol. There are not many people that I know that can just swear off alcohol. I'm actually one of those people. I do not drink. I decided a while ago it was not for me. I didn't want to do it anymore. I cared more about my body. I was sick of feeling like crap the next day. I was sick of feeling hungover. All of us have had that dumb moment where we have been, drunk and said something stupid or done something stupid. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just not, I'm focusing on my fitness. I'm focusing on my shows. And it's not something I want to do anymore. So I decided not to do it. Now, don't mistake me, because I'm not telling you have to swear off alcohol forever. But I wanted to give you some insight on what alcohol actually does to your body. So anytime that you have anything to do with alcohol, when it enters your system, it has to metabolize. Correct. So what happens is alcohol is an actual carb, whether it's a liquor, anything like that. It's a carb. Carbs metabolize into sugar. Sugar that is not burned off or is in excess or is a, simple sugar that we're not going to do anything with it, alcohol. It's not like you're going to go drink, a couple shots and then go work out at the gym, or maybe some people do, whatever floats your boat. That sugar ends up building into our bodies and into our systems and ends up becoming fat. So that's why the people laugh, the freshman 30 or freshman 40, when you go off to college and people gain a bunch of weight. Well, because all of that alcohol that you're intaking, even though it's a liquid and you're peeing out, 60% of it, that 40% that's left in your body is metabolizing into carbs, which is into sugar, which is into fat. And that's how people gain weight. That's why people have that belly, that big belly that people get. They call it the beer belly. It's all fat. It's not muscle. It's not, excess tissue. It's fat. And what you also don't realize, and a lot of people don't know this, is alcohol stays in your system for up to 42 hours. Now, are you going to pee and fail some tests or something like that? No. But what that means is it takes that long to metabolize and to break down, and it gets stored. And so 48 hours is usually when, especially if you're flushing your system, is when there's no more alcohol present in your body. With that being said, what you don't understand is, okay, so that alcohol is in your body for those 48 hours, which means everything that you eat in those 48 hours is attaching to that sugar, that alcohol that metabolized, that is also attaching and it's getting digested and turned into fat as well. So anything you eat. So now we have the alcohol that we are, drinking. We have the McDonald's that we go stop by to get to because everyone likes junk food, or the Taco Bell because I love Taco Bell. That in and of itself is terrible for you, but it's also attaching to those excess sugar molecules. All of that ends up turning into fat. So for 48 hours, your body is storing everything that you eat, and it's turning it into fat. That's why some people, when they get back from vacation, they're like, oh my gosh, I gained like 10, 15 pounds over vacation. And then in 4 days, they're like, why haven't I lost this? They've lost some of it because of the sodium or the water, that less water that you're intaking. Or even maybe the more water that you're taking, so you're flushing it out. But then you're left with that 7 to 8 pounds that you can't get off you. And you feel bloated and you feel nasty. That's because that entire time you were on vacation drinking and eating terribly, everything that you ate with that alcohol was being stored as fat. And people don't understand that. And I explain that to some of my clients and they're like, well, can I just have, alcohol this weekend? Well, I don't care what you do. You can have it. But just so you know, this is the effect that alcohol has in your system. And you can let me know if it's worth it to you or not. To me, I decided it's not. But you might think it is. Now, what about the people that say, I don't eat when I drink? I purposely don't eat when I drink. I just drink all day. That's fine. But the next day, when you do eat, remember that 48 hours, all that food is going to fat. So you can try to sneak out that way if you want to, sure. Or if you want to be, not eat it all the next day too, whatever you need to do. But I'm just telling you. I'm not telling you have to stop drinking. I'm just saying, hey, listen, this is the effects that alcohol has in your body. So just be careful. Maybe you won't choose to have that alcohol this time, or maybe you'll choose to only have 1 drink instead of 9. I don't know. But, no judgments either way. I help clients, we actually plan it. If I have a client that, I just had one the other day, that she had her birthday party, and she wanted to drink this past weekend. That's fine. Let's plan ahead so we can try to counteract some of that fat that's about to be stored. So what do? We lower her carbs before her big birthday day. Then we lowered her carbs after the big birthday day. She only ended up gaining like 1 or 2 pounds, and she ended up losing it really quickly because we actually planned. So, little bit of advice when we're going to be talking about, maybe a huge weekend of drinking or anything like that. You need to up your water intake, lower your carb intake. At this point, you really shouldn't be eating a lot of sugar, but if you are eating sugar, completely get rid of that, 3 days before you drink. And then even after, lower your carb intake, lower your sugar intake, and up your water intake and get that flushed out. And I will tell you, I guarantee you, anybody that tries this, I guarantee you, not only will you feel better the next day, and hopefully you're not that much hungover, but you will feel better a couple days after, and you will not gain as much weight as maybe you had thought. I tell this to people that are going on vacation, same thing, even if they're not drinking. Probably not going to be eating the best. Let's lower your carb intake, let's lower your sugar intake, and up your water intake. Let's flush some of the stuff that you're eating right out as soon as you eat it. Those are just a little bit of tips and a little bit of insight on, some topics that maybe people don't talk about very often or tread lightly around. I hope it was insightful for you, and it was nice chatting with you guys.
Hey guys, it's Cheyenne Hacker, aka Guns and Weights on Instagram, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV.
What's this?
Hey, how you doing? This is West Coast Johnny Fit at the LA Fit Expo 2018, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV.
Shut up and sit down.
right, that's going to wrap up the workout. Thanks for watching. I also want to thank Joe and Paz from Be Limitless Studios for letting us use their gym today. Also, be sure to check out Muscle Sports Mag, and I will put their link in the description. Thanks again for watching.
What's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power, and you are watching Muscle Sport TV.
Huge announcement this past week by none other than Vince McMahon on the XFL returning in the year 2020. This is basically what he said at this. It was a press conference, but it was like a conference call, but he was on video and the reporters were on audio. It's going to kick off in early 2020. They're saying January or February. No concrete date as of yet. There's going to be 8 teams that are owned by the league, basically by Vince himself. And obviously there will be people running those teams, but he will be the owner. A lot of leagues do this. A lot of times minor leagues do that, but it's not out of the ordinary that a major league does that as well. So 8 teams, 10 regular season games. There's going to be 1 playoff rounds. We said 2 semifinal games, so I'm assuming there's going to be two divisions. So you're going to have whoever wins the 2 divisions will play each other, and then the championship game after that. So this is going to run from the winter to the spring, similar to the first XFL in 2001. Basically, I believe had the same time frame, same games, also amount of games, regular season games scheduled, and also the same amount of teams. He said that they will be played on Sundays, so that's good, because I know they did it, I believe it was like 3 different days, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. There was a Saturday night game in prime time on NBC when they were partners up, WWE and NBC, WWF at the time. There's going to be, the cities have not been announced yet, but he said there will be stadiums. So he's looking for either existing football stadiums or in areas where they don't have a football stadium, they will have a baseball stadium. I personally think that the football stadium thing, it's going to be hard. I mean, when the Hitmen played at Giant Stadium, they tarped out, they blacked out the top bowl because they didn't want it to look like it was tons of empty seats. But I think smaller stadiums and baseball stadiums, especially where you're going to have like 50,000 max, I think a perfect situation would be to have a team in New York. Fuck this New Jersey shit where the Jets and Giants play in the fuck the NFL. They should play games at Citi Field in Queens because it would be kind of cool because the original Jets, they played at Shea, Polo Grounds at Shea Stadium. 2 baseball stadiums that the Mets played at, and of course also the New York Giants before that, but I digress. Another thing is 40-man rosters, so they're not going to be 53, so there's going to be less guys on each team. There's going to be strict rules as far as standing for the national anthem, and that is the huge part which turns guys like me on that have boycotted the NFL, as you could see right there. And also there will be no criminals allowed in the XFL 2.0 or XFL 2020 is the hashtag that the people are using out there on Twitter. So no criminals. You got to play by our rules or go fuck yourself. So basically saying you have to stand for the national anthem. He's saying they want the games to be played in 2 hours or less. That's going to be a tough one. A lot of people speculating. He had mentioned no halftime, but shorter quarters, I don't know. I don't like that idea. I like 4 15-minute quarters. A running clock, maybe, within the last 2 minutes or 5 minutes of each quarter. Then, you stop it when it's out of bounds or an incompletion type of thing. But a running clock besides change possession and scores and things like that. But like first, second, and third down kind of running clock situations. That's a possibility to get the game to run faster. And he said it's going to be safe. I guess they're not going to go for that violent, crazy hitting they did the first time around. But he said it's going to be real football. So it's not going to be flag football here. It's going to be real football. The question is, who are the players going to be? I hope Colin Kaepernick isn't one of them, but wouldn't it be funny if he got rid of that fucking militant bitch that made him the asshole he is now, and then he totally had a change of heart and then was saluting and holding his hand on his heart for the national anthem in the XFL wearing red, white, and blue. How cool would that be? But this version of Colin, he needs a fucking haircut if he does that. This version of Colin Kaepernick, I do not want to see any part of him. A Tim Tebow, of course, I still have the one piece of NFL, well, other than Super Bowl stuff, that I didn't get rid of was the Tim Tebow jersey from the Jets. I didn't get rid of it because even though I don't give a shit about the Jets and NFL anymore, I do still like Tim Tebow. I am a Tim Tebow fan, if you will. So regardless if he plays baseball or football, It's going to be not an easy road, of course, but I think there are enough people out there like myself that have sworn off the NFL that want to see professional football, and we don't want to watch Canadian football, Arena Football League, and we want to see, real football games. And if they could get this thing streamlined into a time frame, it's going to be even better. Because I think, like Vince said, it's laborious. I love the word. He said, you're fired. Laborious 3.5-hour games or 3-hour games in the NFL. I never had a problem with it when I watched it before I boycotted it because I enjoyed it. I didn't look at it like, wow, it's 3 hours have gone by already. I watched that fucking shit all day long, 12 hours on Sunday. Post-game and pre and post-game shows and all of that shit. But definitely looking forward to the new XFL. We'll see what happens. I reached out to them and I said I want to definitely be kept in the loop. I want to be on their mailing list. I want press releases, and I'm going to keep you guys involved. I told them. I sent them a picture of my cover. I said, I've been covering the game for a long time, and now I'm not, but I want to cover the XFL, and I want to cover it. Every little nook that comes out, I would love to get, and I'm going to put out there for you guys, because a lot of the people that watch our shows, especially the live audiences on Mondays and Thursdays on Instagram Live, have expressed interest in watching football and pissed off about the NFL. So we've been teasing this for a while. Thank Keefus once again. He said this way before the announcement was coming out. So definitely Keefus, like Nostradamus, has predicted and said, how great would it be if the XFL came out now? Well, Keefus, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. We'll be right back.
So, are you looking for open and honest talk about female bodybuilding, female muscle, competing, and more? Well, here it is. Make sure to watch me, Crystal Wildfire Anthony, on Spreading Like Wildfire on Muscle Sport TV. Not only will I give you my uncensored opinions, but I'll also show you some sexy muscle. Want to see more? Just come watch me on MuscleGirlsLive.com and follow me on Instagram at Crystal Wildfire Anthony. You want to be careful, though, not to get burned. It's hot, and it's going to be spreading like wildfire. Make sure you guys sign up. Watch us at Muscle Sport Mag, Muscle Sport TV, and come say hello.
Hey Robert, it's Jay Cutler, 4-time Mr. Olympia here. I want to send a big thank you to yourself and your company, Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition, for the support of Cutler Nutrition.
What's up, everyone? This is Rich Piano. I just want to let you guys know you can get all my supplements at Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition.
At Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition.
Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition. I will see you there.
God damn it.
Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition. The Hulk will be you.
Store is freaking awesome, man. Pumped Up Fitness and Nutrition.
God damn it.
Come here, get all your 5% needs. Everything's fully in stock at all times here. It's 100% in stock. This store is fucking awesome.
I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Where else?
And thanks once again to the Fit Expo for their hospitality. We are going to be covering more Fit Expos. We got the one in Philly, there's Chicago. They're all over the place. You're going to see that Fit Expo sign. You're going to see MSM walking those halls, getting those interviews, doing those live shows, taking those photos and those videos with you guys, the part of the MSM fam. We want to make you part of the MS fam. If you're not, we want to put you in our magazines. We want to put you on our shows. We want to put you in our videos. That's what it's all about, guys and gals. Okay, so join us here once again in 1 week for the next episode of MSTV.